friends, it's Diana here today. Are you ready for the holidays? I know I am. I love everything like fall decorations, just the cute little things around the house, but I really don't like to go way over budget buying all these things. So I love being able to do things at home that I can use for my house and make everything look super, super cute. So I've got 3 projects for you today. Super easy, super quick, super cute, and I am so ready to sew them up. I've got a little towel hanger, super cute. I have a table runner, so we're gonna be doing a table runner. And then I have this. This is for when we're gonna hang like a wreath over a door, and I hate using the regular hangers where they scratch out your door in the top and they break and they're just annoying and they just plain and ugly. Well, you can make your own and it is super simple, and I'm gonna show you just how. So let's do it. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and cut. Now for my table runner, we'll start with our table runner. What I'm going to do is, I'm just gonna do it the width of my fabric. This is I think is a 44, I can't remember exactly what it is. I know I measured it and now I can't remember. Anyway, but I'm just gonna leave it the width because I measured my table and I figured that is a good width for my table. Depending on how long your table is, you might want to make it, or if you want it to hang off the sides. I know sometimes some people like it when it hangs on the side and you can add a tassel or something like that. So you want to measure how long you want your runner to be. I want my runner to take up like half my table, so that's why I'm only making it this size. But again, if you wanted it bigger, and then add for seam allowance. I'm going to add a ½ inch for seam allowance because I'm going to be sewing at a 1/4 inch. Width, I'm going to make it a 14. That's how wide I want to make it. Now you can either make 2 pieces and then sew them together, or you can fold it and make 1 piece and then you only have to sew on one side, but I like to go ahead and top stitch all the way around, so it really doesn't matter. I'm going to measure and cut. So I'm gonna do 14 by how wide my fabric already is. All right, so I didn't cut on that side. When I turn it around, I'm just gonna top stitch it on my seam allowance. So if you want your runner to just be straight, we will just leave it like it is. So when I sew it, my seam allowance will go in and you'll be good. But if you want your runner to have like a V at the end, we're going to fold it in half, and then we're gonna mark it. This is my half. I'm just kind of clipping it to mark it right there. Then we're gonna go down. I have a water soluble pencil, marker, whatever. We're gonna go down. If you don't know what to use to mark your fabric, go check out Nai's review on things to mark your fabric with. She does a great job and she's hilarious, so you need to go check it out. I'm marking it at 4 inches, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab, I'll just use this one because it's handy. I'm gonna go from that mark I made at the top to the mark over here, and actually, I don't even need to measure. I don't even need to mark. I'm just gonna cut it. Just go for it and cut those edges off. And I'm gonna do that to both sides so that it has a shape at the end on both sides. Alrighty. This is such an easy little sew. I'm gonna fold it right sides together. And like I said, I only cut on one side, but that's okay. I'm still going to top stitch around on this side just because I want to give it that crisp look. So I'm just matching it up right sides together, all the raw edges. If you wanted to put a tassel on or something, I would sandwich it right here at the edge, and between both of the layers, I would sandwich that tassel inside, and that way when I sew it, it gets caught in there. Or even if you have some ribbon that you wanted to put here at the edges, even if you wanted to put some ribbon or lace or something around the whole thing, I would just tuck it in between the two layers, and when I go to sew it, it will be caught in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pin all the way around, leaving a gap somewhere in the middle, a gap where I'm gonna turn the whole thing right side out. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew it. I'm not gonna sew this side, I'm just gonna go every other side. When I flip it and top stitch the whole thing, then I'll top stitch this side as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Pin or clip? Let's clip, because I like clipping. All right, we're gonna go ahead and trim those corners so that it doesn't bulk as much. Make sure that you don't cut any of the thread when you're trimming those corners. And then we're gonna go ahead and where we left that gap, we're gonna go ahead and turn our table runner right side out. I'm using this handy tool to poke out my corners. Sometimes I use a pencil, sometimes I use just anything I have. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and steam it all up. And once we steam it all up, we're gonna go all the way around and top stitch the whole thing down. And at this time, we're gonna tuck in those that seam allowance right here on the side and top stitch it closed. So as you're going around, you're also closing this little gap right here that we left to turn. It is that easy. We are done with our table runner, and it looks super cute. And like I said, if you wanted to add some little cute things to it, like some trimming at the edges, a little tassel. I didn't have anything in hand, and I went to the store looking for something, and I didn't find anything, so I was like, yeah, I think it's gonna look super cute even without it. So I was super excited. Sometimes I also like to add like a top stitch, maybe like a strip of ribbon right here at the center, just top stitch a cute little thing right here or something like that. I think it also looks cute. So let me go ahead and top stitch all the way around, and we'll be done with our running, and we'll move on to our next project. All right, time to do our door hanger, wreath hanger, door helper thing. So it is really, really easy. It is so easy. You're gonna be like, wow, why didn't I think of this? I saw someone that was hanging a wreath on their door, and they said they used cloth, and I'm like, oh my goodness, yes. So I went ahead and thought this would be perfect. So what I'm going to do to cut this wreath hanger is what I did first is I grabbed my measuring tape and I measured over my door. So I went right over my door and measured exactly where I want my door hanger to hang. Then I added a couple of inches. So I measured like where the loop is gonna go, like how high I want the loop to go, or do I want it just really close to the wreath? What do I want to do? Because if I want to go really high and maybe add a bow or something cute to it, and then I measured and all the way back to where I want to put that hanger. Now, there's a couple of options on how you can put the hanger. If you have a thick wooden door, you could either do like a little tack or a little nail, and then you can add a buttonhole to your hanger, to this thing we're making, whatever that's called. Give me options below. What do we call this? Anyway, and you can add like a buttonhole or something, and then you can insert it to that, so you can measure up to that point where you want to do that. I have shutters in front of my door, so I measured all the way up to my first ledge of my shutters, and I went all the way around them. So I'm gonna put it around it, and I think I'm just going to do snaps because you know, I don't love buttonholes, and snaps are just easy. But you could do a buttonhole and go in and stop right there. I measured it at about 39 inches long, but some might be longer, some might be shorter, depending on where you want it, how much overhang you want, and all that. Now you can make it a little bit longer, and what you can do is once you make it, go and put it on and safety pin it, and then add your snaps, your Velcro, whatever you want to add to it that's gonna hold it together. So I'm doing mine 39 by 6 because we're gonna fold it in half, and that's how wide it's gonna be. So if you want it to be a little bit wider, obviously you can do that. So 39 by 6, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut. All right, now that it's cut, I'm gonna tell you just exactly how easy this really is. I'm going to fold it right sides together, and I am actually just gonna go ahead and do it on my serger just because it's a lot faster. It really doesn't matter. You can do it on your serger, your sewing machine, just like we did that tablecloth. Actually, maybe I'll just do it on my sewing machine since it's already set up. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go starting at the edge, we're gonna go in, we're gonna go all the way down, leave a gap, keep going, and close. So we're just making one tube. That's it. That's all we're doing. Then we'll add our little snaps, and I'll show you how to put it on, and that's it. That's it. Then you can add, like if you wanted to add a bow to it or something like that, and just stitch it on to add a little bit of interest, but this is all we're doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew it up and turn it around, top stitch it. So we're gonna sew it all around, turn it around like we did our table runner, and top stitch it all the way around, tucking that edge in just like we did our table runner, and then we'll talk about the rest of it. All right, for this last project, I grabbed these little towels. These are like a pack of like 18 for like $5 at Walmart. But really you could use any towel that you already have. So even if you're doing a towel that's a little bit bigger, you might have to make the main part just a little bit wider to fit it. But this is so easy and quick, and it actually turns out super cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm using fabric again. This is woven, and I think I told you that about the other ones, but if I didn't, I've been using just woven fabric. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut it now, and what I'm gonna cut is I'm gonna cut two pieces. I'm gonna cut the main piece, which is the piece that's gonna go right over here, and then I'm gonna cut the strap, which is the piece that will come over and will attach to it or pin to it or however you wanna put it on. So what I'm doing is that main piece, I'm gonna cut it 12 wide by 3, 12 by 3. And if you want it thicker, like a bigger piece around, you can do that. It is up to you. And then so 12 by 3, and then the strap piece, I'm going to cut it 5 by 6 because I'm going to fold it, so it's gonna be like 2.5 minus the seam allowance, and then 6 is gonna be the length that's gonna be. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut those two. All right, so here's my pieces. This is my strap, so I'm gonna fold it right sides together. I'm gonna sew one of the side and the top. We're gonna leave the bottom open so we can turn it around. And then this is my main piece. I'm gonna fold it right sides together, and I'm going to go ahead and sew that side together. All right, so here's my strap. I'm gonna trim that edge a little bit so when I turn it, it's easier. And I'm just gonna go ahead and turn it. You can steam that seam flat if you wanted to do that, but I'm just turning it all the way around and using my little tool to poke out those corners. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and open up that seam allowance on my main part. And steam that. Give this guy a steam too. All right, so now what we're going to do is I am going the easy route, And I am just going to hold this on with hook and loop, or Velcro. But you can either do a buttonhole, if you're gonna do a buttonhole, or a snap right here. Is it called a snap? Yeah, like a thingy. You might want to put some reinforcements in the back, so you might want to put some interfacing on there so it holds it nice and tight. So either you can put a button here, a button here, sorry, you'll do the buttonhole on the other one. You would do a button here, or like I am doing, I am going to put one side of the Velcro here, and I'm going to pin it, and I'm going to sew all the way around the edge to attach it. And then on my other side, the one that's gonna be my overlap, see, I cut the Velcro the same size as this, you're going to put the other edge on there, because this is gonna overlap and stick together this is what's gonna hang on the stove. Actually, I might actually do it a little bit higher, just a tiny bit higher, so about 3/4 of an inch from the top, because you are also going to hem this, and that's how it's gonna be attached. So either you can go ahead and finish that raw edge with a zigzag stitch and a serger, and then fold down 1/4 inch and steam, or you can go ahead and fold down and then fold down. I'm just gonna go ahead and fold down and call it a day. So we're gonna go ahead and do that steam as well. So I'm gonna steam it so that it has that memory crease. It might be easier to do it now, that way I know exactly where to place my Velcro right below it. You might be saying, why didn't you hem it first and then sew it together? You could do that, but I wanted that seam to be folded down, so that's why I did it this way first, okay? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clip these threads. They're going crazy. But we can go ahead and attach that Velcro. Now, if you're attaching the Velcro or doing a snap or anything, don't attach it to both sides. You just want to attach it to the one side, because then this part is going to get sewn on together to our little towel. So I'm going to go ahead and pin and go over there and sew my Velcro on each side. So I'm going to sew it right here, and then I'm going to sew it to the back side where my straight edge is, where I sewed it together. I might make this Velcro just a tiny bit smaller. Okay, and sew it so that the nice side that you finished is the one gonna be the one that's gonna attach to that. I'm gonna match them up and make sure they're both the same size, because I trimmed one, I need to trim the other one as well. All right, let's go sew. The one thing I really love about this project is that it's so customizable to whatever size you want to make it. This is why I'm giving you my dimensions of what I did, but if you wanted to use a bigger towel, if you wanted your pieces to be wider or longer, more stretched out, that is all up to you. Or if you wanted to go ahead now and monogram this little piece, or just put something cute on it, a cute little button, anything like that, you can go ahead and do that now. So this is our last step, and this is so cool. This is how it all comes together. Okay, make sure your Velcro is on the top where you're gonna attach. That's gonna go right there. So we're going to grab our towel, and you can either go over to your sewing machine and put a gathering stitch on your towel, or I'm just gonna fit it in here and kind of gather it as gathered as I want it. It's not super gathered, but I'm just giving it a little gather, see? So it's gonna be super cute. And then I'm gonna use my pins and pin it on all the way. And then on this side, the top, I'm going to put my like a little strap with my Velcro facing that way, because this is my front and my Velcro is going to come around the hook of my stove or my fridge or whatever you're going to hook it to, and Velcro right here on the back. So this strap is going to hang out, and I'm going to sew this top stitch, this strap in there. How cute and how easy. Tell me how easy you thought this was. Honestly, I have been looking for, like, I was online looking for how can I make these little towels cuter, that they hang cute and everything like that. And I'm like, it's so difficult. There's so many steps. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna come up with it. I'm just gonna figure it out and do something cute and just get it done and over with. And so easy. I'm like, why does it always have to seem like it's so hard? And this one, obviously, you can make it wider, you can make it as big as you want, you can make it a zigzag, you can make it however you want to. I'm gonna go over to my sewing machine and top stitch right here and right here. Make sure you back stitch on both edges, or you can go all the way around. I might just actually do that, go all the way around top stitching, and we'll be done. I have one on here that I had already sewn earlier, so I'm going to switch it for the new one, and I'm going to show you just how we're going to mark where we're going to put our snaps and stuff. And there is construction going on, so that's why it's super loud out here. But, so I'm going to hang my new one right over my door, and then I'm going to show you how to put it on the back, because I want to do the back first. So let me show you that. Alright, so here's my back, and I'm bringing that strap over. Like I said, I'm gonna attach it through my shutters. So I'm going to fit it right on my shutter and come around. And this is how it's going to attach on mine. If you have, like I said, if you have a needle here or a hook or something, you can put a needle. You're not gonna put a needle on your door. If you have like a command strips or something like that and you wanna do a buttonhole on it and just tap it from there, I am going to probably do a snap right here, or what is it called? Is it a snap? Anyway, I'm going to mark it right there, and my marker, my fabric marker, it's leaking. Look at that, holy cow. Good thing it's water soluble and it's gonna come off. So I'm gonna mark it, that way I know exactly where I'm gonna put it right here. And I'm going to use a pin and pin it together, and then I'm gonna go measure the front. Alright, now that it's been on the back, I can wrap it around just like, oh, let me take this one off. Okay, I can wrap it around, and I want to know how high you want it, if you want it really high or if you want it really low, however you want it. I'm just going to put it right here because I'm thinking that maybe I'm going to add a bow right here a little bit later, so I like it right there. So I'm going to mark it, and that is where I'm gonna put my little snappy thingy, and then I'll add a bow right here to kind of complement the whole thing. So I'm super excited. I'm just gonna go back and put this one on, which I just left it with a safety pin. It's not bad. I gotta fix it, but I figured I'm gonna make a fall one anyways. This was just my test trial, so I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it. So let's go ahead and put the snap on and we'll be done. That's how easy that was. We are back indoor, and I'm getting all my little snaps ready. I have a couple here left. I'm gonna use. So here's one. Okay, and I'm gonna show you, this is super, super easy. If you have the right tools. I don't know where my tools are. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead, and either you can go ahead and put snaps, like I said, if you wanna put your snaps on and on there, or you can do, if you want to, you can do a buttonhole there and put your button on here and just do a button. Or if you wanna go really super easy, we could use the Velcro as well. I wanna do snaps. I need to get it all together. Here's my one, and I don't know where my tool is, so I gotta look for that, but here's my other snap. I'm just poking right through. If you feel like you need reinforcement, you might have wanted to put some Velcro on, some stuff on there, and I didn't. I'm trying to figure, okay, here's my back, put it on there, and then it comes with a tool, but I don't know where I put it. So I gotta go look for it. But anyway, I would attach it on with the tool it comes with. It's like a little clippy thing, and then snap it on. And here's my one side, and then I will do the same for the other side where I marked. Where's my mark? Here's my mark right here and right here. it would be my other one, and then it would be done and ready to hook on my door. Alright friends, I hope you love this tutorial. Your table runner, your door hanger thingy, outer thingy, whatever you call it, let me know below. And our towel little holder, like the cute little towel fixer-upper thing. The only thing I know what to call is the runner, that's it. But this is such a cute idea for just adding a little bit of touch of holidays to your decorations. And even if you wanted to do it like during the spring and change the colors, super simple, super cute, super quick. Let me know which one's your favorite. Let me know if you've tried these and which one you like, and let me know how easy that was. That was super easy, wasn't it? Were you afraid that this was gonna take forever? And it was like, whoa, that was so easy. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Go deck out your house, do all your towels. I might do a couple of these to hang so that they're like together, like pairs. Actually, I might like put some vinyl on here and set something cute like Happy Fall or something like that, which would be super, super cute. And I'm gonna add a bow, probably the Be Posh bow on there so it looks super cute like a present. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you have a great holiday. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Comment, like, share, subscribe to our channel if you haven't, so you can see all our awesome sew-alongs, all our awesome sewing tutorials, all the little hacks that we do, the reviews, just so many good videos. But also, so you could be entered for the possibility of winning $50 Alien Mag gift certificates, so you can get all those awesome patterns. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!